So a lot of you, some of you have turned your Facebook profile to a page. Okay, now let me show you. With you being more supportive in 2024, you begin to make money on Facebook. What do I mean? Okay, you need people to start making comments on your content on your page. For turning your profile to a professional mode, it means you are ready for business. So now what you do in 2024, begin to post videos. Okay, post videos. And then for you to have more engagements, you also support other people's work by making comments, by liking, by sharing. Okay, when you do this, people will begin to take notice of you. And then what happens? They begin also to make comments and like. That is it. You have to make yourself known. You have to make yourself likable on the social media space. That's the only way you can begin to make money from it. That is it. There is no other way. So in 2024, be more supportive. You see videos of people. As long as it's interesting, you watch the video, you saw the picture, like it, make a comment on it, share it. That's how to support. And when you do that, you are actually inviting the same for yourself. Okay, so if you see my video, like it, comment on it, and share it. And that is it. So we have to support each other, and then we move forward together. Look at Nigeria's economy. You know what is going on. So we have to collaborate. We have to work together. We have to support each other to come out of it. That is it. Support me, I support you. And that is how to go. Okay, so number 4, be more strategic. In 2024, tell yourself you'll be more strategic. Okay? Don't just do things anyhow. Okay? There are people that post certain contents online. Sometimes some of these contents, instead of upping your game, they bring you low. Okay? Avoid anything that will bring you low. Avoid anything that will make people to be confused about what you represent. Now listen, for those of you that have turned your Facebook profile to a professional mode, it means that you now represent something. You are now a brand. Okay? So this is what you do. Create a niche. Okay, let me leave it. I will talk about it later. Okay, I will talk about it later. But be very strategic. If you want more results in 2024, be very strategic. Know when to do and how to do things. Okay? Know what works. Strategy will help you to make more research. Strategy will help you to study your environment, study people, and know exactly what will work for you and what will not work. That is strategy. Okay? Yeah. It's not every kind of video you post on your page. You have to you have to post videos that represent your person. Are you a funny person? Then go in that direction. Are you a business person? Then go in that direction. Are you a religious person? Then go in that direction. Okay? Yes, that is what it means to be strategic. You have to know your audience. Know your audience. What do they like to hear from you? You stay on it. Okay? Anything that will make people confused about you, about your page especially, not just about you, about your page, because you could have 2, 3 pages, all of them focusing on one thing. Okay, like some of you know, my page on Facebook, Prospero Abraham, was a personal page, and I turned it to a business page. And since then, I've been very intentional about the contents I put up on that page on Facebook. I also have a prophetic page because I'm a prophet by the grace of God. I'm a man of God. I have a prophetic page, Prophet Prosper Aroye Abraham. It's a separate page. So I keep everything business on this particular page, Prosper Aroye Abraham, and on my Instagram and YouTube, Business Pro Max, the M with the Max with a double X. So I keep everything business on these platforms. And then on the prophetic page, I don't take business to that page. That page is spiritual. So I only share spiritual contents on that page. Everything that has to do with the Word of God and God himself, I keep it on that page. That is it. So you can have 2 to 3 or even 5 pages, but all of them focusing on an aspect of your life, and there is no crisscross, so that there is no confusion. Your page, the name of your page should tell people something. When they see the contents on your page, it shows the name and everything is in sync. That is it. So be very strategic. Okay, so that is it. So number 5, risk more. Risk more. Okay, you cannot succeed without risk. Yes, that is it. Me talking to you, me talking about business now, I took the risk. But this is something I had started since 2019. But when I wanted to start ministry in 2021, I had to. In fact, I had not even started it. I wanted to start it before the ministry came up in 2021. So when the ministry came up, I had to pause it. And then I was very intentional about sharing spiritual contents that are of a spiritual nature. Okay? So, me coming now, talking about business is a risk. The other day I put a post about business, and somebody was telling me that why should I, somebody made a comment that why should I be talking about business as a man of God. Okay, so you can see there is a risk. But I had to take it anyway, and now, by the grace of God, things are working. My business page on Instagram, on YouTube is growing. Even on Facebook too, this is the Prosper Aroye Abraham page, is also growing. So 2024, take more risk. Okay? Sometimes you have to study the crowd, study your audience, and then go in that line. Sometimes you have to just break free and go in a totally different direction. As long as you know what you're doing, that is it. You have to risk more. Stop sitting on the fence. Nobody sits on the fence and gets 100% result. No. Those that sit on the fence always end up as spectators. They don't end. Okay? Don't be a person that just watch people's video. Create something. I'm advising you now. Create something. Okay? You can't sit on the fence, except you are not a social media person. You have somewhere else you make your own impact. I can understand that. But as long as you're on the social media space, you have to be very intentional. Okay? Take more risk. In your job, take more risk. Okay? Sitting in that office and not making meaningful contribution is risky on its own part. According to some people, they said, a wise man said, when you don't risk, you risk the more. That is it. You are risking getting fired. Okay? Take more risk. That thing you are afraid to do, do it in 2024. You may experience counter a loss, 1 or 2 losses, but I can tell you, it will build your mental capacity. And at the end of the day, you'll be surprised at the results you will get, because risk will shut down the voice of fear inside of you. And then you cut loose, and before you know it, you're beginning to make headway, you're beginning to make progress. So my advice, take more risk in 2024. It's not everything you will understand. A wise man said, I think that long time ago, it's from a Chinese proverb. He said, he that deliberates fully on 1 foot will spend his entire life. Okay? Okay, he that deliberates fully before taking a step will spend his entire life on 1 foot. Okay, so that should not be you. Watch out for part